What's going on, gamers? I am Merkaba18. We have a brand new roguelike out called Hordes of Hell, and we are putting out our first build guide for this game. I have completed insane difficulty on both of the maps for this game with this build, and as a result, I think it can handle just about anything in the game, including some of the modifiers that you have that can make it a little bit more challenging. This is a Revenant build. We'll start right out there. We're going to go through the talent tree. I'm going to show you the essential picks and some of the things that you might want to pick up if you are so inclined. Okay, so first of all, rapid fire increases your attack speed all the way down through here. We're going to go damage with class skills all the way down through here. Then we're picking up Heartseeker. And we're going with the Heartseeker Evolve on this one as well. Now, you don't get this ability unless you choose it in the talent. This is the Revenant choice within the talent tree. And then you can evolve it, which means you get it to level 4 through choices. When it evolves, it will shoot out 6 arrows, and they will explode and then shatter into nearby enemies. It is incredibly powerful. It basically becomes an auto cast with a 4-second cooldown that basically destroys everything in sight. So that is one of the top damage dealers in this build. You get 2 class abilities and 3 god abilities with any of your builds. So that is one of the ones that you want to target right away. The other one is Focus Fire. And if you can evolve that all the way to 4, do that as well, because it will essentially create a non-cooldown with a bunch of damage. It essentially will just shoot everything in range instantly with 0 cooldown, on top of everything else that's already happening and all of the basic auto attacks and other abilities. So with that one, you're going to end up with a ton of basic rapid fire that does a good bit of damage. Another good choice in this build is Grappling Web to root and slow, especially important in some of the later stages on harder difficulty. We're also going to pick up Aim Shot, which is a passive that can increase your attack damage by up to 30%. And then we are going down here, which is a plus 10 attack speed or attack damage for every active hunting wolf. There's some passives that you can choose that you're going to want to choose in order to increase the number of those that go out. And then when they return, there is one specific passive you're going to want to use that will heal you for 10, and then you can upgrade it as you go. And then as you're sending those out, you're gaining a little bit of attack damage for that as well. Let's also then talk about Thor. So we're going to go with some dash, stun under discharge. We're going to go with the max health choices all the way down here, get an additional 150 health. We're going to go all damage increases all the way down to here for 25 overall damage. We're going to go HP regen for up to 3 there. HP regen is actually critically important in this game. In some of the later stages, you will die without it. Freya, attack speed all the way through. We're going to skip this one right here for now. One of the best god abilities out there right now is Golden Discs, so you're going to want to pick that up. We also have defense, which is a damage reduction across the board up to 20% when you choose that. And then one of the most important talent points in the entire game right now is Revival, which is going to give you a free revive. Now, keep in mind also, it's a rare chance, but you can get Odin to give you a free revive as well. So when you do that, the most I've ever had is 3 with this talent. So, or no, 2 revives. So a total of 3 lives. You're not going to see more than that probably, at least as it currently is constructed. But that is a critical help because there are going to be times where you just can't avoid dying. This is a roguelike and a very challenging one at that. So give yourself that free pass. Very, very important to gain some movement speed, so we're going to go all the way up to the 15% movement speed. We're going to grab Shapeshifter for attack speed that shifts some of your movement speed into attack speed as well. We're going to grab Spark, which is one of the better AoE abilities for Loki. Also Evolve Vipers. Either of those is a really good option. If you get both of them, even better. And then, in my opinion, the single most important ability into the deep endgame and into the harder difficulties is local Ragnarok. Now, you'll see here, it starts with a 55-second cooldown here, but it is going to, I think at lowest or max, you get 40 seconds, which is still not very fast, but it does essentially wipe everything on the screen within range every 40 seconds, and with double cast passives and things like that, you're going to get some free double casts. Now, you can also reduce that with some of the passives that reduce God cooldowns to bring it down even further. This is going to wipe the screen in critical moments, so make sure you try to pay attention to where the timer is with it. Try to complete some of the objectives when you have this coming up. So, like, if you're about to spawn an elite for an objective, get close to them, trigger Ragnarok. It'll at least take half of their health, even before it's fully evolved. And it does a ton of boss damage as well. We're also going to grant this passive attack speed here. We're going to go with some max health. And then we are going all the way to the end for overall attack damage. And then here, we're going to just do experience gain. And then as you gain more passive points and more points, you can start to fill that out. Now, subclass for the Revenant, you're going to want to choose the one that gives you 3.5% heal for every time you end Ghost Walk. You're going to want to target passives that allow you to trigger an extra dog, Ghost Dog, anytime that you use Ghost Walk. You want to try to increase the duration of Ghost Walk. And then anything that increases your healing through Freya or through Odin. Super helpful. There is a Loki passive as well that gives you extra regen, which is super helpful. But Loki's passives are a little bit harder to justify to some degree. Just keep in mind that they do come with a negative effect. I think with that regen one, you have a chance to heal an enemy for 300. It's a low chance, but it's still there. So keep that in mind. This build, when you construct it, you want to make sure you're using the fastest abilities possible. That's one of the reasons that attack speed is so important with Focus Fire, for example, because Ragnarok is going to help clear, but it does have a slow cooldown. You want to do as much damage to everything nearby. Another good option, by the way, if you can't get any of these, is Thunderstorm from from Thor. Thunderstorm does a great job. Make sure to evolve that all the way. For some great AoE. Necrotic Rain is also a really good AoE. So choose two of those abilities for your class, Focus Fire or Heartseeker being the best. And then down the line from there, you want to choose local Ragnarok 100% of the time if you can. You want to choose things like Golden Discs, Lightning Storm, Spikes, or Lightning from Thor, Venom, or Sparks as well for the additional AoE, and it will take care of just about anything that this game can throw at you. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more roguelike builds. Make sure to hit that sub button if you enjoy this content.